Welcome in, guys. Good morning. Kilakashi. Hello. How you guys doing? How is everyone doing today? New bot? Yeah, I just posted a little screenshot in the Discord. Morning, Justin. How you doing? We're not running the new bot today, but I figured, talk about it a little bit and stuff. But yeah, always working on cool stuff. We do have some news today. 10 a.m. red folder PMI. You need to be careful about that. Trump stated this morning tariff of 35% on the EU if it doesn't meet obligations. So there is tariff talks today. And yeah, some news at 9:45 low impact, some news at 10 high impact. So, but yeah, hopefully everyone had a good weekend. I know it's Tuesday. We don't live stream every day right now because I think people get bored of just seeing the same thing every day. So finally got your TradeStation account. Awesome, Jonathan. Message me on Discord. We can start to get you in that group, my man. That's exciting. Had a really good day with Botfolio yesterday too, guys. $1,500 yesterday about. That's running a full 50K account. So would have been really awesome if for the people that started this week, because you would be already, recovered of 35% of your yearly payment in just a couple days. So, but it's for the long term. There's drawdowns, there's losses too. So, but yeah, just message me, Jonathan. As everyone's joining, would appreciate if you drop a like on the live. Throw up a little poll. Just cuz you guys like slower pace bots or higher frequency bots that only trade the first 30 minutes of the market, like slow and steady. That's kind of what we usually have. SPS, a little bit more slow and steady, works really great. Trendbender, slow and steady. You get a few trades per week, but they're pretty high quality trades. Or do you guys like more of the higher frequency-ish, like 5 trades per morning? I'd like to see your guys' thoughts on that. In the middle, you like both? Awesome. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know, my man. I like both as well. Sometimes I do like high frequency, just makes you feel like a little more engaged. But at the end of the day, we're not here to feel engaged with the market. We're just here to make some money, right? So. But yeah, cast a vote on that poll, guys, and drop a like as you're rolling in. We do have SBS up as well as Trendbender, just same as usual. And you know, if I see any manual trades, I will be sure to tell everybody. Get some good market analysis while you're in here as well, and then we'll just chill and hang out. So I think it's always nice to have a bit of a group in the morning when you're trading. Also off-topic question for the 10-11 people in here, if you don't mind just answering in the chat here. Is anyone interested in a how do I word this? A algo system that you would get built by me? Something similar to how like Botfolio is. So it's slow, steady, and just really high quality algos over the past, 15 years. You would give me stats like, P&L to drawdown ratios, Sharpe ratios, certain metrics you're looking for, and I build you an algorithm around that. Does that sound interesting at all to anybody? So I build you an algorithm. You can take that, go sell it yourself if you want, use it yourself, things like that. Market opens here, 5 minutes. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Appreciate you responding there. But yeah, just again, a reminder here. Do have high impact news at 10. Generally, you'd want to turn off the algos a minute before. So. Good to know. Good to know. The win rate of what? Mr. NDL. The IFVG bot, I just posted something in the announcements page in the Discord. So I posted a little sneak peek of the new algo, which is kind of a IFVG bot, as well as we're gonna have some higher frequency things in there as well. It'd be kind of like a 2-in-1 bot. Yeah, the win rate of which auto trader, the ones we have on screen here, the one that I just posted about the IFVG auto trader that we were talking about. Pretty dope, yeah. It'll be pretty cool. It will be pretty cool. So we've got a good mix of people on the poll there. A lot of people get caught up on win rate too, guys. Win rate doesn't... Not that it doesn't matter, but it's not the main thing you need to... Like, that determines if a strategy works or not, you know? Like if you're looking for a strategy that has a 90% win rate, probably not going to find it. Or if it does, if you do find one, the risk reward's like, you know, you're trying to make 5 points and it's risking like 50, you know? And yeah, it might have a 90% win rate, but doesn't make you money over the long run. So generally we try with all of our algos to at least do like a 1-to-1 or higher. So that's what we try to do. ES is pretty close to London low here, guys, so be kind of watching that on the open. London low is 6358.5. NQ, it's a little ways away. A little ways away on NQ, so. Okay, market's now open. NQ right around the 50% level. Again, ES has not swept London low. That's what I'm going to be watching here. See if ES will, or ooh, NQ looks like it wants to go for London low now. Okay. London low here, 312.5 on NQ. And that is swept. So London low is swept. We do the, yeah. Okay, no hourly. Next hourly low is at 253 on NQ. That could be people reacting to Trump speaking this morning or tariff news. ES also swept London low. Don't have any trades with the auditors yet. It is only 9:32, so just starting to look for trades now. Again, not a lot of good fair value gaps here to inverse on NQ. ES has one. That's not too bad. Let me think here. Getting a good reaction. Getting a pretty good reaction off that London low there. Been away. You come out with an update for Trendbender Pro. We have not came out with a update of Trendbender. No need. No need as of now, so. But yeah, I just posted earlier this morning about a IFVG Autotrader that we were working on, so that'll be pretty interesting. We're always working on new, cool, fun stuff. Excuse me. Again, remember, red folder at 10 a.m. Next liquidity point on NQ is 253. I don't know if we want to go down there or what, but wow, really good reaction here from that London low, it looks like. Looks like it's trying to push up and it's just getting slammed with sellers. So I'm not sure. Selling looks a little heavy right now. Selling looks a little heavy, so I want to just be a little careful. Looking for longs from this London low sweep. No auto trader entries as of now. We are only 6 minutes in, so yeah, it just looks like every pump up is getting a little bit slammed with some selling, so do want to be cautious. NQ's moving a little higher. See if we can keep moving up here. All right. And I'm done for the day. Caught along. You guys know I trade IFVGs. I said to watch, you know, just got to be careful with longs off of that London low, but watching for longs off that London low sweep. So took ES there instead of NQ because ES was a little bit of a higher quality setup there. And it's rejecting the 50% level right now. Make sure everything's closed. It is. Go over my trade in a second here. It's gonna import to TradeZella. I just generally go for 1-to-1s lately because you don't need a whole lot to get payouts. So I made 3.3K today. 3.3K with just one little 1-to-1 scalp. So already up 5K on the month of August. Awesome. Only 2 trades I've taken. That was good. That was good. Nice and clean. Clean, clean, clean. All right, let me just make sure I'm good on everything. Okay. Not in any positions. Okay. I'm gonna close down Quant Tower. All right. So I'll just show ES here. This is the trade it took. Go over it. This is a 30-second chart. So pretty much I took a 1 minute on ES. Okay. Or actually, I'll just pull up another chart. Hold on. Just open a new chart. I might actually have a chart open. Okay. Let me open an ES, a 1 minute, boom. Okay. So I kept saying all morning that we were sweeping London low. Okay, London low was right here. And we got a pretty good reaction off of it. You can see we were moving up. And there was this setup right here. Grab my rectangle. This bearish for value gap right here. Rejected it previously. We swept London low, immediately reacted, came up. And I took a long right here. And I put a stop pretty much right here. And I went for a 1-to-1 ratio of 1. Okay. Which I sized with 11 contracts. So I actually sized for a $200 loss that would have been down here. I always like to give myself a little bit extra room. So if it closes here, then I only lose like 150, maybe somewhere around there. And if it really spikes down, then I'll lose 200, which is what I sized for. So I made 200 to 220 on my accounts, hopped out here, and that was that. So that was my ES trade there. The reason I took this was because there was the only thing blocking it was the 50% level, which was right here. So this was the 50% of the overnight range, which we're rejecting now. But there was no other fair value gaps blocking us. Okay, on NQ, I don't think I have an NQ 1 minute chart up, so I'll just switch this to NQ. NQ, a little uglier. We had this gap, which we closed above, right? But we also had a gap here, and we had a gap here, right? So a little bit more of obstruction in the way, which is why this NQ one was a little worse, because you would have had to enter here, and there's a couple bearish fair value gaps above you, where on ES you enter and there's pretty clean, nothing in the way, right? So that was that. That was the trade. And again, up 3.3K from that today, because I am copy trading 13 accounts. So yeah, pretty solid. Pretty solid. I'm trading 5 Top Step fundeds. I have 3 Buell and Ox fundeds. I have 2 Apex fundeds and 3 Top 1 Futures funded, 150K accounts that I'm trading manually, at least. So off to a good start there. I could take, what do I have? I could take about a, well, if I really wanted to, I guess, I could take about a $3,700 payout on Top Step, but that would only leave me with like $700 of room on my accounts, which isn't a ton, but a lot of spike up here. I would have gotten wicked out anyway on that ES trade. So this ES trade, I moved my stop to break even, so this candle would have wicked me out break even anyway. So 1-to-1 worked out great. So 10 votes on that poll, and it's 50-50. So 50% of people like a little bit slower, 50% of people like a little bit higher frequency. So that new algo that I posted about, is a little bit of both. So oof, big pump, pretty big pump there. NQ up about 80 points from the lows. We do have news in 13 minutes. Yeah. Let me pull up. I'm just gonna close my thing for a second so I can open Discord on my VPS here. And I want to show you guys something. I just don't want to leak any DMs from people while I open it real quick. And I'm going to show you guys this. Okay. Let me do this actually. Okay. So Posted this morning. Sneak peek, new algo, 70-day backtest, 500 risk per trade. This is just a 1-minute chart. Didn't really tweak anything. Just kind of seeing where the baseline is. And the stats here were 13,886 profit with a $3,500 drawdown. That is from April 25th to August 3rd. About a 60% win rate. Pretty good stats. So pretty good stats. But that's the new IFEG algo, and we're gonna act. This is just kind of the baseline IFEGs, and then we are adding something else in here, which is based off of fair value gaps. That's a little bit more of a high frequency scalping trading thing. So people will have that high frequency part if they like, right? So I think Trendbender is a little too slow for people. Works great, but a little too slow for people's liking. So SBS is a little faster than Trendbender, but still fairly slow. We'll end this poll though. End that poll. I will make some videos on that, the newer Autotrader, but yeah. Dang, no trades this morning. It's kind of a bummer with the auto traders, but they've been doing pretty good. Last week was a pretty solid week with SPS and Trendbender, so that's good. That is good. What was I just gonna do? Oh, yeah. Jonathan, I don't know if you're still in here. I'm going to shoot you a DM for Botfolio stuff. If you are still in here. I forgot to say earlier, made 690 on Celsius London lows. Awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, the London low, Asia low, always a good draw on liquidity. Yeah. Always a good draw for the market. It's also a great spot for reversals. So if you find a good setup and market looks like it's going to draw towards, right? Like I said, pretty much right when the market opened, looked like we were going to draw towards those lows. We did. Then I said, can watch for longs. It just looks like there is a lot of selling pressure, so you got to be careful, and we did reverse, so can't get much better than that, you know. We'll see what this 10 a.m. news does, but I think we'll call it a day after that. So high impact news here in 4 minutes now. Might see a spike. It is PMI, which generally doesn't do too much. So we'll see. But yeah. All right, 2 more minutes until the news. I'm gonna throw up another poll just because just a fun poll. Interested in hedge fund quality algos built for you by me, similar to Botfolio, and then you can use them, sell them. They're yours, right? So all yours. If you want to take that algo or multiple algos and go, you know, talk to a hedge fund and try and sell it to them, you can't. Just fun little poll. But feel free to cast a vote on there. There's 15 of you in here. I want to see 15 votes. It's anonymous, so don't feel judged, guys. Yes, 1 minute SBS long setup. Let me see. Yeah, there is right now. Yeah, it's actually right at the point, bouncing off the 0.618 right now at 3.6 or 6.363. That'd be your entry. Is that what you're looking at, Justin? We'll see though. Red folder news right now. Way, holy! I lied, guys. We dumped. That was quite a bit actually. ES especially. We dropped 13 points on ES and we dropped 59 points on NQ. It's actually in comparison, ES was actually bigger than NQ. Look at all those barcodes. Look at all this. I would mark out this area with a box. So I'd mark out like 45 to 35. This is where algos were buying and selling in here. Chop box, I would mark that out. That could be used as support or resistance from this point forward this morning. Top of that candle on NQ has no wick. Usually if we get a no wick candle, we want to go back up and create some sort of wick around it. So we'll see if we pull up to that right now. See if we pull up to that. Looks like we're gonna go for that wick at the bottom instead of creating a wick at the top. Did I forget to hold on one second, guys? Just gonna turn this off here. Yeah, hold on. I forgot to switch something. One more second, guys. 4. Okay. Here we go. Forgot to change my chart trader account. So we're actually in a 32 range trade here. And we had a SBS trade take it right on the news. So 32 range RSI long here on SBS. You can see again this chop box we drew. All right, guys. Well, I think we're just gonna wait for this SPS trade to be done, and then we'll call it a day. Unless it's gonna be like 30 minutes, but let us sweep the low from that news candle here on NQ. We already did on ES. There is a potential 30-second long on ES manually, but you know, I think we're just going to call it a morning. This SPS trade kind of just hovering around right now. I think we're just going to call it a morning. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, guys. Thanks for joining and hanging out for a little bit, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see everybody tomorrow. 30-second long right now on ES.